Welcome, Leo. This is Carolyn with Intuitive Enlightenment Tarot, here to do your weekly from the 13th through the 20th. What important messages Divine Spirit and Guides needs to help you guide you through your week. This is not going to resonate with every Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if it's not your story, don't take it, don't claim it, just leave it and chuck it. I'm an Aries Moon, Virgo Sun, Libra Rising, and my Aries Moon does mesh up sometimes more than my Virgo Sun. So claim what you do want, claim what you don't. If it doesn't resonate at all, just chuck it. Welcome, cross watchers, to hearing Leo's story play out as well. You may be in the story. And again, thank you for all the like, shares, subscribes. Keep like, sharing, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you like these videos that are coming out. It does help inspire me and to keep on doing these videos and putting it out there. More content. I do appreciate you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and let's get your party started, okay? Let's do it. Happy birthday, by the way. Divine Spirit and Guides, please bless prosperity, happiness, and abundance on all universal beings. Happiness begets happiness, and misery loves company, and we don't want misery for anyone. Thank you. All right. So Leos, thank you so much for being here. Cross watchers as well. Let's get your party started. Let's start this. Okay, so I'm going to use the Wonderland Tarot Major Arcana to get the most critical message that Leo needs to hear for the 13th through the 20th. It's about being in the Aries, Gemini, Virgo, Magician type energy for the week of the 13th, 20th, making stuff happen, being the playmaker. Let's get whatever messages, critical messages. Let's get some more messages, critical messages for the week of the 13th through the 20th for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me get one more. There you go. The Hierophant, taking it back to the basics. Unless you're dealing with a Taurus, taking it back to the basics, to the traditional way of doing things, possibly getting a higher counsel from a trusted source of enlightenment where you usually go for wisdom or when you need second advice, or taking it back to the basics and manifesting what it is you desire. All right. So let's go ahead and get the story read here. I'm going to do 5 shuffles. I'm hearing the number 5. Been hearing 5 and 7 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, 5. Happy birthday, Leos. I hope this is finding you in an abundant, prosperous, stable place. What messages do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? This is not going to resonate with everybody, so don't claim it if it doesn't resonate. Divine Spirit and Guides, what messages for the 13th to the 20th do we have for my Leos? Opportunities, different paths, strong in your convictions. Divine Spirit and Guides, inner conflict, pinnacling out, leveling up is what I'm hearing the words of. Divine Spirit and Guides, yeah, being a boss, King of Wands energy, taking adventure action, putting yourself out there like a Leo. Divine Spirit and Guides, what messages do we have for the 13th through the 20th? You may be taking that walk alone. When you ascend and evolve, you can't always take people with you, but it's about ascension for you. You are leveling up, pinnacling up in a relationship or a career endeavor or in a person, place, or thing message here. You are definitely, and you can't take everybody with you is what I'm hearing. All right. You are moving on to a different mindset or physical location. You are in manifestation mode from the 13th to the 20th. It may involve a Taurus or it may involve you leveling up in a hierarchy is what I'm hearing. If it's career, like I said, it's you being the go-to person in a wisdom type situation because you're evoluting. The Knight of Wands is about an offer of action, passion, travel. You may be relocating. The offer may be coming from you to someone, or it may be coming to you. You may be getting it from a Pisces. If not a Pisces, then seeking a different time out and perspective. Now that you are evoluting and ascending and that you can't take somebody with you because you're in manifestation mode, you may be taking it back to the basics or seeking some wisdom from counsel, from somebody you trust. All right? Because somebody is no longer sitting on the sidelines anymore. Something that you've been waiting on, somebody that you've been waiting on, somebody that's been waiting on you is here. The time is now. Patience, time, balance, healing has all been done. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Virgo, but the deeper wisdom and seeking enlightenment is what's going on here. So basically, you have two options. You have been standing firm in your convictions. There's inner conflict that you have, though. You're pinnacling out, you're leveling up. They're asking you to step up, or you're asking yourself to step up. Take that mission, take that adventure. You may be taking that road alone, or it may lead you to feeling isolated, left out in the cold and abandoned, because when you evolute, when you ascend, and that's where I'm getting this angels floating with the wings, got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out. Ascension, I hear ascension. Something is ascending. Something you're pinnacling out, which means you're leveling up in a situation where you can't take somebody with you, or it may involve you going on your own, or feeling a little isolated, like there's no one holding your hand because you're the leader now. You have to make those decisions, and sometimes when you're at the top, it's lonely, they say. That's just for some Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses. Then I have changing your line, your to smoother sailing waters, moving on, right? And when moving on is because of an offer, relationship, career, person, place, and thing, whatever it is for you. Each Leo story is going to be different. Could be from a Pisces or Virgo, but it's something that you may need to take a time out to seek a different perspective. That's why I say manifesting, and the Hierophant could be a Taurus, or it could be you reaching out to get counsel, seeking that deeper wisdom, that enlightenment when it comes to making a decision. That's what I got for you, Leo. Let's go ahead and clarify. Let's clarify for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. So it looks like something great is coming your way, but it may entail you taking that road alone. And that's what you have a little bit of inner conflict about. Something you've been waiting on, or somebody's been watching you for this event. It's not something that is going to come unawares. It's not like the Eight of Wands is coming in with a surprise message, communication. It's something that you may have been expecting, because the Page of Swords is a stalker card. So something that you've been aware of, either behind the scenes, watching it, waiting for it. Somebody been waiting for you. But you can't, you're going to be taking that road alone. So it may be the lonely path to the top, or the lonely, the isolation, seeking a deeper wisdom. Maybe you evoluting from a relationship and making changes. Maybe you've gone as far as you can in that relationship and taken it as far as you can, and now it's for a new beginning. Let's take a look with the clarification, okay? All right, so Leo, what's about the two paths? The two paths is being, yeah, you were overwhelmed in the past, and now it's time to lay that burden down and take another successful journey, and it's going to involve making a decision. You got the world in your hand in that card. You've got the globe and the world in your hand, and now it's time to lay whatever burdens that you had down and move on. All right? And that could be in a person's relationship, career. You've had your defenses up for a while. You've been strong in your conviction that something needed to change. That's why the inner conflict. The Seven of Cups is opportunities and options being presented. Okay? The conflict is being clarified by the messages of stability, prosperity, and abundance. Right? Something that you had, but it entails you moving on. The King of Rods is clarifying the Page of Rods. So you have put yourself out there and made it known, sought attention in the limelight by taking action and passion and adventure, and people were watching you. You were putting yourself out there. People you were getting seen. People on the sidelines were watching your success. The Six of Rods is the one that's clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. You're leveling up. You're leveling up in that situation. The King of Wands is being clarified by these two cards here. The Chariot, something is happening very quickly, unless you're dealing with a Cancer. And take charge. You're taking charge, and you're moving on. You're conquering things. The Page of Cups says that there's emotional fulfillment that's going to be involved in it. You know, that it will come to a new beginning with emotional fulfillment. I do have the Five of Pentacles being, the Nine of Pentacles was in reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles is about somebody being solo, independent, taking that road by themselves, putting the focus on themselves, nurturing themselves. Well, when it's in the reverse, you may feel the lack of being dependent on somebody, the lack of companionship, the lack of being able to rely on someone. This is a time when you may be feeling vulnerable, where you want to lean on somebody because it's something that you're pinnacling up and you're leveling up, and you're like, I don't want to do it alone. That's what you're feeling. Even though Leos do it alone all the time, right? Leos are successful in their own right. And Leos don't fear anything. Well, they do fear things, like normal people, but they take that challenge head on. But at this time, you're having trepidation about it. You're like, hey, I don't mind leveling up and moving on in a relationship or whatever, but at this time, you're kind of vulnerable, I feel. And the Temperance card, taking the time, yeah, it's you've done the work, you've done the shadow work, you've done the balancing, and then you're overwhelmed. So now it's time to move on for this new adventure, this new opportunity that's going to lead to long-term stability and prosperity in a relationship, career, familial, a relationship, relatives, whatever the endeavor is. It's time to level up, is what I'm hearing. And it may involve moving, and that's why you're having a little bit of vulnerability. The King of Swords is saying use the facts and logic. Do you want to move on and ascend and evolute? We can't carry somebody on our back. When we evolute and ascend to a higher level of vibration and frequency, we can't always take somebody with us. It's time to use facts and logic when it comes to that move on. Move into smoother sailing waters or changing our mindset, right? What about this offer of Knight of Wands, of action, passion, travel, adventure, taking us somewhere to the unknown? The Knight of Pentacles. So, yes, you would like to take it slow, but in this opportunity that's coming upon you, it's not going to be a slow endeavor. The Knight of Pentacles is the slow, steady wins the race, but it's clarifying the Knight of Wands. You can take it as fast or as slow as you want, using the King of Swords as a factual, logical. I mean, you can, choose to not accept the mission. You can choose not to ascend and evolute. You could stay stuck in a timeout if you chose to, unless you're dealing with the Pisces. So you could take it as fast or as slow. You can take the offer, or you cannot take the offer, is what that means. All right? If you're vulnerable. But the Queen of Swords, which is about factual, logical, and the King of Swords about moving on, is saying, hey, be realistic about this. Be realistic about this timeout. Being stuck, trapped, seeking enlightenment. You can seek enlightenment, but you're going to have to do it on the fly. Use facts and logic. Be realistic about this situation. This is a time to level up. Nobody turns down ascension. Nobody wants to be stuck on third dimension when they're saying, here, you could be at the fourth dimension, fifth dimension, a higher vibrancy and frequency level. Yeah, we fear leaving people behind, but, it's a life cycle. That's what it's about. We can't take everybody with us, right? Because I have the Four of Pentacles. You seeking a deeper enlightenment and wisdom is just your way of not putting yourself out there at the last minute, maybe fearing the loss, right? Let's go ahead and get another hit on that one, because I know my Leos are fearless. Four of Pentacles is, but everybody fears something, I know my Leos are the most courageous people I know. Trust me, I've known my fair share of Leos. But staying stuck in fear is using the energies of the devil, staying stuck in a trapped, toxic situation because you fear leveling up. Okay? That's what I'm getting. The Devil card. Don't fear the Reaper. That's the song that I'm hearing. Evolute, ascend. Make that realistic choice to move on. All right, let's get some yin and yang oracle. That's the message that I have for Leo to the 13th to the 20th. It's all about ascension. It's all about moving up to a higher dimension of frequency and level. And it's going to be a lonely road. That Beatles song? I'm hearing all kinds of songs. I'm hearing the Don't Fear the Reaper. This isn't a bad thing. It's a good thing. Ascension and evolution, though, does come with the price of sometimes leaving people behind. Because they're not on the same frequency and vibration level. If it's a relationship, if it's a career, don't fear leaving those that behind because of fear of putting yourself out there and taking on something new. Is what I'm hearing. Okay, you're the magician. You're gonna manifest the hell out of it. Okay, the message is separation and longing. You're fearing the separation and longing of what you know. what's tried and true for you. What, you've been there, done that, and become complacent, not in a bad way, but because you know the ropes, you know everything about it. But it was been overwhelming. You've been there in a long time and been it, done it. It's time to move on from it. That's what I'm hearing for some Leos. If you sow the seeds now, by spring, you'll be in your own power. You'll be a power to be reckoned with in a relationship or career. Okay? You'll be in that higher dimension, loving it, loving your life, living your best life. I have spy and watching, inspecting. Someone's been watching you. Somebody's been aware of your success. Somebody's been celebrating your success and watching it from the sidelines with the Page of Swords. And it's time. It's time for you to level up. I have here feminine, the divine feminine. Trust in your gut instincts and your empress of your potential for growth and nurturing yourself and your abundance. It's time for you to focus on you and your leveling up. Okay? That's what I have for you, Leo. Much love to you. Please hit the like, share, subscribe. I wish you all the best and happy birthday again. And stay safe.